Hello, everyone. This is Lyman, and you have probably seen, if you're watching my channel, have seen me do some Let's Plays of Civilization 4. And recently, I was able to get a game working on my computer that I haven't been able to play in quite some time. It's called Silent Storm. And personally, it is one of my favorite games next to Civilization 4, and in my opinion, one of the best turn-based strategies games ever made, tactical games. And it's just really a wonderful game. I played it a few years ago. It came out in about 2003, 2004, depending on where you were in the world. In the United States, it did not do well at all, mainly due to poor marketing. I think it was quite a bit more popular overseas in Europe, especially in countries like Germany and Russia. But anyway, it is a Russian-developed game actually, and it's a World War II setting, and you play as either the Allies or the Axis campaign. That would be, Americans and Brits versus Germans, Nazis, and what have you. And Japanese are mixed in there too on the Axis side. But anyway, just I put a lot of hours into this game. It has a lot of replay value because you can play as different characters. It's a tactical squad-based, turn-based strategy game. And it does have some role play elements too. You have your own character that you can upgrade with skills and make him more powerful as a player. But you also play with up to five of other characters that can also upgrade as well. Oh, I think it's going into some kind of, since I've been holding off on it so long, it's going into some kind of demo. Okay, I stopped it. So anyway, what I wanted to do here for folks on my channel is just kind of, if you haven't played this game, just kind of introduce people to the game. I think you can still get the game. There is a gold version called Silent Storm Gold that includes an add-on called Sentinels, and the Sentinels add-on is just so good. I don't know I don't know how to describe it, but it's basically improved on every aspect of the original game. It's harder, it's more challenging, it has a lot of little features that just really enhance the experience, and it even has more role-playing elements. Just really a great game. And then later, they released a game called Hammer and Sickle. It actually got poorly reviewed, but don't listen to the reviews. It got poorly reviewed basically because it's a very, very challenging role-playing game, but it's really very good if you can focus on it and give it some time. But anyway, Silent Storm is an excellent game. It was well reviewed. It just it wasn't very popular. GameSpot, if you're familiar with that gaming website, voted it as the 2004 best game no one played in their end of the year awards. So I think that says something about the game. I really recommend this to anybody. You could probably find it out on eBay or Amazon.com or various other sites. But it's really a shame that it didn't do better, and nor did it get a lot of support from the publisher, Joe Wood. But what I wanted to do is maybe play. I don't know if I'm going to play a full game here, but at least try to get into the first little mission, which is basically just playing as your own single character and kind of like a training mission. And I might play some additional videos and go further into the game. There's a guy out on YouTube named Mr. British Gamer, and he's done some extended videos of Silent Storm, which I recommend looking at. I have him as, I've subscribed to him, so you can find him down in my list of subscribers if you want to see more of the game. But I thought I'd do a little bit of this myself. So this is the main screen right here. I'm going to go into campaign. We'll do the allied mission, and I'll do it on normal for now, just so I don't look like a complete fool. You start out with some pre-made characters here: soldier, scout, engineer, medic, sniper, and grenadier. And these are basically representative of the 6 basic classes that are in the game. And then, of course, they mix a male and female character for the classes. You can also create a custom character. Now, as far as classes, soldier is probably just like it is in any game. Here's the soldier is the most balanced class, but really the most fun classes I think are either the scout or the sniper. And there's a couple of reasons for this. They're really in a way polar opposites in the sense of how they function within your squad. You know, a sniper is always going to be the guy or girl that's the furthest back, usually in positions where they're not in much danger. But at the same time, they are very effective as far as eliminating the enemy with their sniper skills. The scout is the opposite. He's going to be at the front line. You're going to buff up skills like hiding and things like that allow him to not be seen by the enemy, and he can sneak up on them and steal stuff or backstab them. Or melee skills are really important for them, and probably skills like around the machine gun, close quarter skills. And there's some really neat things you can do later in the game with the scout as he becomes more powerful and develops his skills. But another important thing it does in concert, and why you always want a scout in your squad, even if you play a sniper, you can have each one of the classes in your squad of 6, or you can have a soldier, a sniper, a scout, and maybe another soldier, and you usually want an engineer in your group as well. But anyway, you always want a scout, because what they do is what he does is give you, or she does is give you line of sight, and you can put them in hide mode and have them creep up on the enemy and give you line of sight so that you can then use your sniper to take out a few of the enemies before you fully engage your group. So really a very important character, and it's also very fun to play as your solo character. But at the same time, if your character dies, the game is over. So you do run a risk when you use a scout of ending the game quicker. So you just have to be careful. But it is very fun to play a scout. So I'm going to do, and actually I know that Mr. British Guy demonstrated a sniper. So I'm going to do a scout here, just to be different. And we'll do a guy. And we'll be American, just I guess because I'm American, and a scout. Notice that you see the little symbols. Obviously, a sniper is going to have the scope rifle. Engineer has the shovel. Grenadier has a grenade, of course. He's big on explosive. But notice the sniper has a knife, and that's because melee skills are really big for him. So let's see. Let's give him a name. I'll be unoriginal and just say Lyman. And nickname, I'll use Lyman. And then you open up his, you can adjust his attributes a little bit. Dexterity is very important for the scout, but I think I'm going to lower this one and put a little bit into strength, just because that kind of helps buff his melee skills. And then I thought you used to could customize this stuff down here, but I don't know, for some reason I can't. Then you can customize. There's some quick customizations of the head. I'm not going to play around with this too much. Or you can do a custom head, go in here and change around various features, but I really don't want to play around with that a lot. I do like having glasses though. Oh well. And look at me, I'm playing around with it a lot. Let's use this guy. It and you can change the voice to one of the three options of American, Russian, and British, which I think uses a Scottish accent. So I don't know. Now, one thing I've had trouble doing is getting the audio to work, and I think you might hear bits and pieces like the voice. I don't think you can hear music and some of the sound effects, which is really a shame. I'm going to try to work on that because there are some really cool. I mean, the voice acting overall is a little bit sketchy in the game. It's not one of the best features, but there are some cool sounds and little sayings here and there that are kind of funny. Um, and hopefully you'll be able to hear some of that, but I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, let's go and play. And what this first mission is a small mission comparative to the rest of the game. Now I don't know if you're hearing the captain speaking here or sergeant or whatever he is, but basically we're stuck out in behind enemy lines somewhere, and the captain or general or sergeant is injured, and everyone in our squad has died. So it's up to our hero to save the captain and and eliminate the enemies that are in the area so that he can bring him to safety. So read this if you can. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that. And there's some enemies running in. I the hero. So he's not dead. he, he's just passed out, and our hero is going to defy his command. I should have turned hints off. So this is our. I can zoom out. So this is our for our first mission. This is our map, so to speak, and um, the maps aren't generally very large. This is a smaller version. They can't. They are. There are some that are quite a bit bigger than this. Um, and this is the user interface. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail right now and just kind of explain things as we go along. But you have a pistol here. The game's very good about your weapons being authentic to the era. Except later in the game, there's actually some sci-fi elements. I mean, this is a World War II setting, but it really is a fantasy in some sense, and a lot of people don't like the sci-fi elements. And initially, I didn't either, but they can be really cool as well and very challenging. But I won't go into that a lot. We're far, far away from when that stuff comes in. So anyway, it's a turn-based strategy. So you have what's called action points. Um, but the turn-based comes in when you actually engage the enemy, or you can actually put yourself in that mode if you want to. But anyway, until that point, it's real time, so I can move around. Oh well, I didn't really want that to happen. So what happened is this soldier saw my guy before I had a chance to hide. I should have put him in hide mode, which is this button right here. Looks like a stealthy guy, and he would not have been able to see me at that point. So what that's done is that's put me into turn-based mode, and you see I have action points. I have 55. That'll slowly creep up. As you gain experience, you'll get more action points. Um, and then I'll show you real quick. We have the inventory screen here, which is really cool. I have